everybody, welcome back to our channel. It has been a good solid month since I've uploaded anything. It's been a good 2 or 3 months since we've done a update on baby Cadence here. Cadence is 5 months old, technically 5 months and 1 week. I'm a little behind schedule here. She weighs 14 pounds. She's in size 2 diapers and in size 3-month clothing. She can wear a couple 6-month outfits, but they're still pretty big on her. But then 3 months is starting to get a little bit small, so she's kind of at an awkward size right now. She is still breastfeeding really good. It's so hard. Breastfeeding is so difficult, but we have made it 5 months with breastfeeding. We're starting to introduce some foods. She loves her rice cereal and she loves apples. And right now we're just keeping it simple. I started to get a little excited with feeding her food and she got constipated, so we're trying to slow down with that. And now she's just having apples and some bananas here and there. I was starting to give her some avocados and I took it a little overboard and she got constipated. So she worked all that out and now we're just gonna stick with apples until she's closer to 6 months. We've been taking her to the chiropractor every other month. They say that's really good for them with their development and to keep everything aligned, and there's so many benefits to taking them to the chiropractor, so we've been keeping up with that. I got adjusted throughout my pregnancy, which I feel ultimately led up to my successful home birth, and we've kept up with it throughout her short 5 months of life. She is so good at holding up her head. She's starting to sit up a little bit more. I have some footage of her sitting up in her bouncy seat. She's she's kind of sitting up on her own when she's just playing around on the floor. She's kind of like leaned way over, but she's getting there. I feel like this month she'll probably be sitting up all on her own. She is finally rolling over from her back to her belly. She rolled over, so for some of you who have been following us, she rolled over from her belly to her back when she was like 2 weeks old. And so she's been doing that ever since, but she hasn't figured out how to roll from her back to her belly. Just belly to back, not back to belly, but she's finally doing it now. My grandma's seen her do it the first time, and then I hadn't seen her do it, and then just a couple days ago I seen her do it for the first time. She is reaching for her toys, working on those fine motor skills. She loves playing around with the dog. She like pulls at their face and their ears, and they lick her face, and they love her so much. I love seeing all of her development happening right before my eyes. It is the coolest thing. I just can't believe how big she is getting. It's going by so fast. She loves playing with her toys. She's teething. I don't feel any teeth coming in just yet, but she's constantly sucking on her hands, playing with her hands and feet, playing with her teething toys, and she's been taking a good 3 solid naps a day. Our schedule varies a little bit, but she's usually up and at 'em around 6 a.m. and then she's ready for a nap around 8:30, 9-ish. And then she usually takes a nap again around noon, and then she takes another nap like around 4. They also vary in length, however long that she naps, sometimes 20 minutes, sometimes 2 hours. So I just kind of let her, I don't know, I kind of allowed her to establish her own schedule to whatever she's needing. So she goes to bed at night, anywhere between like 7 and 8:30 she'll go to bed, and then she's usually always up by like 6 on the dot. She hardly ever sleeps in anymore. She is not sleeping completely through the night yet. She does wake up to nurse. She sometimes we'll sleep a couple hours in her bassinet. We're still co-sleeping. We are working on getting her to sleep in her own bed, but she's pretty dependent on nursing when sleeping, and so that's a habit that I am definitely anxious to break so that I can have my space when I'm sleeping. She has not been to the doctor yet, but honestly I'm not even worried about it. I have been keeping up on her weight here at home, and she's almost doubled her birth weight, which they say they're supposed to in the first 6 months. And she is 14 pounds, and she was 7 pounds 8 ounces when she was first born, so she's pretty much doubled her weight. So far, any issues that I've had with her have been easily fixed at the chiropractor, so I don't really have any need to bring her to the doctor. We are leaning towards not doing vaccines. I know that's a huge topic between, you know, parents on whether or not to vaccinate, and we're leaning towards not vaccinating for our own reasons. I just feel like that's what's best for her, but every mom knows what's best for their baby, and that's what we have decided. Now for a few updates on me. It has been ridiculously hard losing weight. And honestly, I don't think that baby weight is a valid excuse, because literally like 2 days after I gave birth, I was all the way back down to my pre-pregnancy weight. And then since birth, I have gained about 10 to 12 pounds, and I cannot get it off. I guess I can't really say that I'm trying as hard as I probably could. Up until a few weeks ago, I hadn't gone to the gym for like a month and a half. And I just recently started going again, but I'm only going once a week. I also started a new job, which is taking up some time, although I am able to make my own schedule with this new job. I am working for Shipt, which is, if you don't know what that is, it's a grocery delivery service. So basically I go and do grocery shopping for people who make an order on the Shipt app. I go do the grocery shopping and then I deliver it to their house. And you are basically your own boss. You're an independent contractor, and I can make my own hours, and it's great. So it works perfect being a stay-at-home breastfeeding mom, so I don't have to leave her for 8 hours if I don't have to. I've been doing that 4 to 5 days a week for, you know, 4, 5, 6 hours at the most. And it's worked out great, and I love it. It just gives me a little extra spending money. Noah and I have been trying to eat healthier. Noah's also trying to lose a little bit of weight, and he's trying to be supportive of me trying to lose weight. I really enjoy doing Weight Watchers because you don't feel like you're deprived of anything. You can eat whatever you want, you just have to keep track of your points. But we also have been trying to do this paleo diet, where you basically eat lean meats, veggies, you know, whole dairy. And so I've been trying a few newer and really different recipes. So we'll see if we have any results on that. One thing that's been really weird, oh my gosh, she is a moving machine. One thing that's been really weird is before I got pregnant, my period was so like predictable, on the dot, always on time. And I was really bummed when I got a period 6 weeks after postpartum. I was like, of course. I was really hoping that I wouldn't get a period for a while afterwards. Like, I really enjoyed not having periods. And then 6 weeks after birth, I had a period. And then I had a period again in July. And then I skipped August and I skipped September. So I don't know, my period like disappeared. But we'll see if I get one again anytime soon. Yeah, so I had like a period 2 months in a row, and then I skipped the last 2 months. So I'm just keeping an eye on that to see if and when it's gonna come back, and if it's gonna be irregular. Hopefully it doesn't stay irregular, because I know that would really suck when Noah and I decide to have another kid someday in the future. But I know that breastfeeding, you know, the hormones that help you breastfeed mess around with your period. So we'll see if my period comes back full force when I'm done breastfeeding. One update that I have that isn't completely pregnancy or postpartum related is this eye infection that I have had. Not an eye infection, but eye issues that I've had for like a year, almost a year and a half now. In my vlogs before I got pregnant, I was talking about how my eyes been bothering me, and a year and a half later, they are still bothering me, especially my left eye. I have been in and out of the eye doctor, I don't know how many times in the last year and a half, and I finally got referred to a cornea specialist here in town at our hospital. And I went there last week Tuesday, and he was finally able to kind of shine some light on the issues that I've been having. Okay, Cadence was being super distracting, so I went and put her in front of the TV. She loves to watch her show, Giggle Bellies. So he says that my corneas, this is exactly what he said, quote, My corneas are a mess. He says that they're like all scratched up, there's scars, and there's just scars all over my eyes, and he says my left eye has like this big white cloud in the cornea where I have like vessels growing into it, and it's just all irregular and it's just a mess. So he has me on 2 different drops, one that I take one drop 3 times a day, and then he has me on another drop where I put in both eyes twice a day. And so I've been trying to keep up on those because I am so ready for my eyes to feel better, and I'm so ready to get, you know, I hope that it's not too severe to the point where I can never wear contacts ever again, because I can't stand my glasses. They drive me crazy, and so it's been a long few months. I haven't worn contacts since June, and I'm definitely ready for my contacts to come back. I'm ready for, I don't know, I'm just so ready to be able to see again. It's so annoying not being able to see. Everything is so blurry, and I have like black floaties in my vision, and sometimes double vision. But when I was wearing contacts earlier this summer, they were so old. I hadn't had a new pair of contacts in 2 years. My previous doctor was giving me trial pairs, trying to figure out what was wrong with my eyes. And then I switched doctors, and then he was able to refer me to a specialist. So I think we're on the right track, finally trying to figure out this super long dragged out process and trying to heal my eyes. Basically, the specialist said that he thinks that I have been wearing the wrong kind of contacts for my eyes for however long it's been, probably 2 years, and it's really messed up my eyes. Praying that it's fixable, but he thinks he can fix up most of the mess, but he says for as far as that white cloud that's in my eye, he doesn't think that that's gonna be fixable. So that's probably permanent, like a permanent scar kind of thing on my eye, and so I might have some permanent vision loss in my left eye, which is really unfortunate, but at least I can see, but everything is just so blurry. It's not like my vision's going black. I'm not legally blind or whatever, but I feel like it because everything is just a blur. That is my update, everyone, and I apologize big time on the lack of videos lately. I haven't uploaded a video since our vacation in August, and since then I have no idea what happened to my camera battery charger. So I finally bought another one, and now I have 3 batteries altogether instead of just 1. So I have 3 fully charged batteries now and a new SD card. So thanks for everyone who has stuck around, and I will be uploading some more vlogs soon. I will definitely be uploading at least 1 or 2 vlogs this week because Noah and I's anniversary is tomorrow, and we have some fun plans for this weekend, and so stick around for that. I'll also share with you guys a 5-month postpartum belly shot, and let me tell you, it is not pretty. Don't judge. And here's what my belly looks like at 5 months. Here's what belly looks like at 5 months postpartum. Stretch marks everywhere. Not happy about it, but what are you gonna do? I had stretch marks before I was pregnant anyway, so yep. Bye guys.